What is up, Eastern Oregon? This is Dodzy with EOAlive Sports, and today I'm joined by LHS senior. She's been a three-sport athlete. I think just a two-sport athlete this year, though, right?
Yeah.
Carlee Strand, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So right now we're right in the heat of softball season. I mean, we're 23-0. 23-0 is pretty impressive too. This softball team. Let's talk about it first. Is it? I mean, do you think it's important to finish the season undefeated?
Yes.
I do
mean,
too.
At the beginning of the season, I didn't think they were going to be undefeated at this point. But now that we've gotten to this point and we have played Pendleton already and beaten them twice, it's definitely a goal of ours to finish the season undefeated.
It should be. It should be. What about that? What is there? 5 games left?
I think so until playoffs. Yes.
Yeah, or 3.
3.
Was there 5
yes.
with Ontario? So,
yes. One doubleheader with Pendleton.
And then
Just
I'm going to call it a garbage game. I don't even know why we're playing that game, honestly.
Probably just to fill our schedule. Yeah.
So for softball for you, you pitch?
Yes.
Where else do you play? I've seen you play a couple different places.
Third base, shortstop, first base, pretty much anywhere.
Where do you prefer?
Third base, but this last year I've been playing first more, and I want to pursue that in college as well if they need me there.
That takes away your arm though. You have a pretty good arm.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I've always played
okay. So let's back it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna go to Southern.
Yes.
Did they tell you they want you to work at first?
They told me they're gonna need me in a whole bunch of different places.
So they want you to be versatile.
Yeah.
Because you've been the CCC first team utility player twice.
Yes.
I think, if I remember right.
Yes.
And that means that you just play wherever.
Yeah. And I'm not supposed to go there for pitching either, but I will be pitching a little bit when I get there next year.
So you'll just be like kind of a backup. Like at the college level, you always have girls. Every girl on the team was a pitcher in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's usually the best athlete. You know what I mean? Like if you
Yeah.
look at a college team, every girl on there is pitched at one time or another. Do you like pitching?
Yes, I love pitching.
The best?
Yes.
Not better than hitting bombs?
No, I love pitching.
I was a pitcher and I like hitting bombs. it's a little bit more dopamine, I think.
Yeah,
Like,
hitting home runs and getting to jog around those bases is definitely one of the best feelings. But
yeah,
getting a strikeout and pitching a perfect game is probably up there.
that is a pretty good feeling. Like especially if you get them looking a backwards
Yes.
K. Oh,
Yes.
it's very nice. When you were little, so 3 sports: soccer, softball, basketball.
Yes.
Is that what you played your whole life, or have you
Yeah,
played
those
any
are
other?
pretty much
No
the-
volleyball?
Nope.
Wait, really?
Never tried volleyball.
Huh, that's interesting. It was always during soccer season.
Yes, it was.
Why didn't you play soccer this year?
I didn't play soccer starting my junior year after I tore my
you
labrum.
hurt your hip.
Yes, and after surgery, I didn't feel like because I wanted to go to college for softball, I didn't want anything to get in the way of that.
That's not a bad idea, actually. What are you going to go to school for at Southern?
I'm getting a major in psychology and a minor in criminal justice.
To be
In the
eventually-
FBI or HSI.
You want to be an FBI?
Yes, I do.
Agent?
Yes.
I'll have to be on the lookout for you. What made you want to do that?
I don't know. I've always just liked big crimes. Like I like thinking in depth.
You want to be like CSI?
Yes, like I want to put bad people away. Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's a really hard job in America nowadays, just because of the way America is.
Yeah.
So this softball team this year, we already talked about. You guys are 23-0. We're getting ready to make a playoff run. What's the goal in the playoffs? I mean, what do you guys want out of this year?
Every game is just to win that game. We're not going to look ahead to who we're playing next. We have
Right.
to just get each and every game done with first. And I think that if we want to get to the championship, we can do that with this team that we have this year.
I agree.
I mean, we are 23-0, and we have played arguably one of the best teams in the state, Pendleton, and we will be playing them 2 more times next week.
Yeah.
So,
They beat St. Helens
Yeah.
this week, so I mean, well, yesterday, but
yeah.
and it's what about so in your high school career with all these sports? Have you like the whole OSAA thing? Obviously, everybody pays attention to it.
Yeah.
Has that ever frustrated you as a player?
Definitely,
Has it?
because their rankings do not look in depth in each game, and they're
No.
like all of their awards. Like I feel like they don't look in depth and like they don't ask the right people the right questions to really get the full meaning of the awards that they're giving out.
For sure. I feel like Eastern Oregon kind of gets looked over a lot. But,
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of the nature of the beast. We're a long ways away from the biggest population, and I kind of get that. But at the same time, when you're talking about kids playing to advance and you're seeding them based on how they've performed throughout the year, there has to be some way that they could get that figured out. I don't know.
And the last couple years playing Pendleton in the playoffs has just been crazy.
Yeah.
The same round, the same game, and we just happen to get them
early every time.
Yes.
It's like, it's because the GOL is not very strong. I hate to say that, but there's teams that just don't compete in the GOL. So like you saw this week, we go and we beat Ontario twice and we dropped from 1 to 2. We didn't lose.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't lost, but we're number 2 now. And so it's just, it doesn't make a lot of sense. What about you personally? You like pineapple on pizza?
I do. I
You
love
look like
pineapple
on pizza liker. If you went into a pizza place, what are you ordering? You ordering pineapple, or do you just eat it if it's there?
I'll eat it if it's there, but it's not my first choice.
What's your first choice?
Probably like a white sauce pizza with
I
like
that's
bacon
my
and
favorite.
sausage.
Oh, dude, that's
Yes.
That's I don't do the red sauce is kind of like too acidity for me.
And if they
Acidy.
put too much on it, it's just
It
overpowering.
ruins it.
Yeah.
What about food? Like, if you could pick a restaurant or something mom or dad cooks, what's your favorite meal? Your go-to?
Tacos. If we go to a restaurant, it's Raul's or Cinco de Mayo.
Tacos.
Mexican food is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I'd call that Mexican-American food.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's kind of Americanized
Yeah.
for people around here. But tacos are good. That's probably we just had Cinco de Mayo a couple of days ago, and I made tacos.
Perfect.
Yeah, of course. What about if you had to choose somebody, like it can be a parent, it can be an athlete, it can be whoever, a hero. Who is it?
Someone I definitely look up to is Justin Hernandez. He's really helped me through a lot of things, got me in the gym, helped me to where I am today. He helped me be, not only be able to be a good high school athlete, but now going to college. He's definitely going to be a part of me succeeding there as well.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. He's good for kids in this community, high school age kids and college age kids too.
Yes.
What about is there an athlete that you try to emulate, like that you want to be like?
Not necessarily.
Anybody? No?
I've never really looked up to any softball pitchers, or I've always just tried to be the best person that I could be, because I always feel like looking up to somebody, like I focus too much on being like them instead of trying to be the best version of myself.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that for sure. And I mean, there are some great softball pitchers nowadays, but when I was growing up, there was Jenny Finch and Monica Abbott and just ladies, Lisa Fernandez.
And I have watched many of their videos and like how they pitch and what they teach, but at the end of the day, I don't necessarily pitch like them. So
yeah. What about let's talk about injuries. Like, you've had a couple pretty major injuries. Is that in the back of your mind, or have you found a way to kind of?
A little bit, yeah. I guess it was
it?
at first, my first couple years in high school, battling my labrum injury in my hip. It put a damper on a couple things. I mean, I never went back to playing soccer after that, but it's always in the back of my mind. But I mean, I've been able to work through that and still be the player that I am today.
I still feel like labrum injuries are because of turf. Playing on turf. Yeah, I think you see a lot of kids that play either soccer or football on turf with torn labrums. And I mean, a lot of EOU football players, and they play on turf all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very common. What about if you had to choose one or the other? 5 years in prison or 10 years in a coma?
10 years in a coma.
Really? You're just going to wake up all
You just wake up, yeah.
Yeah, but your body just turns to mush.
I wouldn't want
when
to
you're
spend
in a
that
coma.
time in prison, though.
You could weight lift, you could pitch. There's an NFL guy that's getting ready to get out of prison that's going to come back into the NFL.
Really?
Yeah, Ruggs. He was a Raider and he went to prison for a drunk driving crash, and he's coming back out and he said he's going to play. We'll see. But I mean, at least you could keep you wouldn't wake up a.
That's true.
Yeah, true. But I understand. You don't want people to be like, oh yeah, there's a prisoner. And no, it's probably not a good feeling. Superpower, if you could have one, what would it be?
Teleportation.
That's mine too, for sure.
Just be able to be anywhere you want in the blink of an eye.
Yeah, you don't have to go. You don't have to fly. You don't have to do anything. You're just there.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be. Could you imagine life if it was like that?
It'd be amazing.
Oh, I would have already seen the whole world twice.
Yeah, wouldn't have to spend so much money on traveling.
Oh yeah, it would be amazing. Music-wise, you got your phone?
I don't.
Okay, what's the last song that you listened to on your playlist? Can you remember it off the top?
The Way I Are. It's my walk-up song.
The Way I Are?
Yeah, it doesn't sound like English, but that's the name.
It must be a rap song. It has to be a rap song. Rap song?
It's not necessarily
Who
rap.
Is it? Do you know off the top of your head?
Timberland, I think that's
the name. Rap.
That's
hip hop.
Okay.
Yeah, that's hip.
Yeah.
Timberland, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a producer. He's a rap producer.
Okay.
That's from maybe not that song, but Timberland was popular when I was in high school and college. Yeah. What about? So your walk-up song is The Way I Are. What's your go-to music genre?
Country, probably.
Country?
Yeah.
Like to get pumped up for a game, you're gonna put on some.
My
dog ran away and I drank some beer.
It gets our team kind of just
country
loose. Yeah,
Does it have to be high-paced country or any kind of country?
Yeah, high-paced country. I guess more pop country,
Kane Brown, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, on our softball playlist, we listen to a lot of country and older music because it just gets everyone loose and just laughing about the song.
The Grand Athletics. This is your senior year. What's your favorite memory?
Definitely beating Pendleton twice this year.
Out of everything?
Yes,
really?
Out of everything, because we did not expect to win both of those games. I was battling an injury during that game, and I wasn't able to pitch. And so our other pitcher really stepped up and pitched well for our team. And everyone, stepped up behind her, made awesome plays, and hit the ball amazing. We would not have won that game if everyone wasn't in it. And we had straight 9. So everyone had to be an important piece in that puzzle that day.
9 people there, that's it.
Yeah.
Has that been hard this year? Just having such a limited amount of teammates and trying to you have to pitch a lot. Yeah,
it definitely has been, especially when it comes down to the games that people are battling injuries, because then they still have to play. And
or you forfeit.
Yeah, so we've definitely had to. There's been some games where it's people have to play positions that they haven't played in a long time, so that we can even get through the game. And if you look at our our games, we've won all of our games so far. So everyone has stepped up when that has become apparent.
All right, let's ask one more question and then get you out of here. Over the next, 4 or 5 years, 6 years or so, what do you want out of it?
Definitely to just excel in at Southern. Playing softball. I want to be a vital part of that team, not just to go there to be, I'll be a vital part no matter where I am, on the bench, just cheering. If I get to play, then that's the goal, but I want to be a vital part no matter what. I
want you guys to go 32-4 every year.
Yes, yes.
And those 4 games can be the 4 losses to EOU, and I'll be perfectly happy.
No.
That's just, I'm going to root for you, but EOU's my team, man. Yeah. And I love the fact that kids are willing to get out of this town. It's almost imperative. You have to experience other places. I'm all for kids staying too, but when a kid decides, hey, I'm going to go play at Southern or OIT, I'm just as happy for them. I think it's great that, get your wings. That's what, get out from underneath the umbrella of your parents and figure out what the world's like on your own. It's a really good idea. Eastern Oregon. She's Carlee Strand. I'm Dodgy. Carlee, thank you.
Thank you.
LHS senior softball player Marti Anderson. Marti, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you play any other sports? I don't think I've ever seen you play any other sports.
I played volleyball for a long time actually, and I didn't play my junior or senior year.
So just up through your sophomore year?
Yes.
So you're just softball girl only?
Yes.
Why?
Well, I knew when I was really young that I wanted to play college softball, and so by the time I got to my sophomore year, volleyball became kind of like a side thing for me, and I was like, I just want to focus on softball more. So that's why I didn't play.
So do you play softball year round?
Yes, I do.
Pretty much, yeah. What got you involved in softball? Like what ignited that fire?
I don't know. I've just loved it since I was a kid. I played t-ball and all that stuff, and like I've been a catcher since I was like 8, and just never switched positions. So I don't know. I've just been involved from the start, really.
It's just so there wasn't like a person that's like was like, hey, like you're gonna play softball. You just played softball and fell in love with it.
Yep.
Really, that's good. I mean, that doesn't happen too often. That's good. Is there anything that you wish you would have played? Now that you're a senior, it's the end of your senior year in high school. Is there any sport that you wish you would have tried or played when you were in high school?
I definitely tried everything. I tried soccer, tried basketball, so I'm pretty happy with
just not the same fulfillment for you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
interesting. What about softball wise? Is there like a player that you like look up to or emulate or?
I mean, as a catcher, I really like Kinsey Hansen, but so does every other softball catcher out there.
Everyone.
Yeah. So
That's not a bad person though
Yeah.
to be like.
Yeah.
Playing that position, that's and as coming from a pitcher, I'll tell you this: the catcher is the toughest position on the field. I don't care what anybody says. You have to have. It's the only position where you can see the entire field. First off, and you have to not only be a good athlete, but you have to have a really good head on your shoulders to be a catcher. When you decided that you were going to be a catcher, what did you know that? Like, did you already know how hard catcher was?
I mean, when you're a little kid, like you don't really realize it.
Right.
And then like the higher up levels I got, the more like involved I got in it. And I think just the more I loved it. Like I just love being a catcher right now more than I ever have.
It keeps you involved in the game the entire game.
Absolutely.
You don't have a second to be picking daisies is what I like to call it. Like standing out there in the outfield, and not that they do that in high school, little kids, but have you ever taken a really bad foul ball?
Oh yes.
What's the worst one ever?
The one that I hate the most is the one right inside the
It
thigh.
doesn't feel good.
Yeah.
I caught all the way up until I was 13 or 14. I got too tall, really. I mean, the coach came up to me and he's like, I think it was my 13 or 14. It was like 14, I want to say Babe Ruth. And the coach was like, dude, you're getting too tall to be a catcher. And so I just switched. I stopped catching, but I know all about catching. And foul balls do not feel good. No. What about for school-wise? You're going to College of Idaho next year, my favorite school on the planet. But I'm cheering for you. What are you going to school for?
I'm going to school for business. College of Idaho has the thing going on where you get to try a lot of things, though, which I think will be really good for me.
I can't remember what that's called.
The PEAK program.
PEAK, there
Yes.
you go. Yeah.
So I'm really excited about that.
But you want business? You want to be involved in business? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Undecided, but I know I like numbers and I know I like the statistics game, so that's what I'm going for now.
Like, do you want to, after softball's said and done, do you want to stay involved with softball too, in some way?
Possibly.
Like coaching or?
Yeah, just probably being like an assistant coach or something and having my career and all that. So.
Are you excited about moving to Caldwell?
Yeah.
Getting out?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
It's close enough that, parents ain't going to miss a lot of games.
Yes.
And it's far enough away that you don't have them breathing right down your neck.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's actually, it's a good, I think it's the best distance-wise away, about 2 hours,
Yep.
give or take a little. And it's I mean, it's not my favorite school, obviously, But at the same time, they have a lot of really good values, and they have a lot of money, which helps. I hate to say that, but it does help. And they have good people. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
Very good.
What are you most looking forward to about college softball?
College softball,
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to having a team of girls who like are really excited to be there every day. Like this is what they chose. This is the sport they love. Not that we don't have that here, which we definitely do, but
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for that next level of playing.
Yeah, it is the next level. It's the best players from all of these teams that you're on right now.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like and sometimes not even. Sometimes some of those teams don't even have a player that's going to that level. What about this Tiger team this year? You guys undefeated. I don't want to talk about that too much because I don't want to like put a voodoo hex on it. But what's gotten you guys there?
Honestly, we've had a lot of ups and downs, but I think the thing that's gotten us through everything is just coming together as a team in the end, like no matter what's going on outside of it. And in the games, we set all of everything aside and really try our best to come together and make it happen. So
Yeah. At the beginning of the season, what was your goal? You're a captain. What did you guys talk about as captains? Like, what did you guys want out of this season?
out of this season,
Yeah.
like our seniors, we just really wanted to make the most out of it, whatever that really looked like. We didn't expect to be undefeated at this point at all. We just wanted to have fun, really, with the last season,
Yeah,
before
for
college.
sure.
Yep.
And so have those goals kind of changed now that you've seen that you can play with pretty much everybody?
Oh yeah, like we're definitely wanting to go the distance this season and possibly make it to the championships. Like we're ready for that now.
That better be the goal.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I always say if you don't climb Mount Fiji or whatever, those big mountains. People don't climb those to not write their name in the book at the top. You know what I mean? That's the goal.
Yep.
And so if you're not playing for that, you're not playing for the right reason in my eyes. What about the chemistry on this team? It's gotten better or worse, or is it as the season progresses? Like we've obviously, like you said, we've gone through some ups and downs. How is the dugout right now?
It's much better, I feel like.
Good.
All of us are kind of putting everything behind us and just moving forward, and I think we've just bonded better over like coming together and getting these wins, so it's been easier.
That's good. What do you, in that kind of a situation as a captain, what do you say to your teammates? And you don't have to be specific, but like I'm just saying, like when there's diversity, what are you saying to these girls to get them to come back to, ground?
We definitely have had talks with them and just instances where we really just talk it out and see how everyone's feeling. Really, sometimes we talk to girls individually and things like that and figure out what everybody needs and how everybody's feeling about every situation, really.
It's a lot different in a girls' dugout than a boys' dugout.
Oh,
Right?
of
I
course.
mean, as you know, boys just kind of compartmentalize everything and just don't think about stuff. In girls, there's always all this thinking going on all the time, and
Yeah.
it's way different. I mean, I have 2 daughters and a son, for that matter, and I've coached both, and I just it's like night and day. It really is. Over the next 4 years, we'll say starting from now, over the next 4 years, what do you want out of it? Like, what do you want out of the end of this season, college?
I mean, I definitely want to be a contributing part of my team, just like Carlee was saying, but I don't want to be like one of those kids who like plays like once in a while. I want to work my way up to the top, and I want to be like the catcher that everybody looks towards on my college team as well.
You want to be J.C. Sievert.
I guess you could say that.
Yeah, I mean, she's the last one, you know what I mean? She's the last LeGrand catcher and she's a all-conference, all-American, you know what I mean?
She's great.
She's a stud.
Yeah.
You like pineapple on pizza?
Oh, yeah.
You do? You order it like that?
I mean, sometimes I get everything pizza, which is pretty good, but yeah, I'll go for Hawaiian any day as well.
What about if you could pick a meal, like anything mom cooks, dad cooks, whatever? What do you?
Honestly, My mom makes really good food. It'd be really hard to choose one of them.
Well, give me one. Give me an idea of something.
Idea?
Yeah, what does she make that's really good?
She makes like this chicken. It's lemon pepper chicken.
Oh, yeah.
It's super good. Yeah.
Music-wise, what's your walk-up song?
Mine's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
I knew that
Def
already.
Leppard, yep.
Yeah, that's like music from when I was a kid. You guys all listen to music from
Yes. Of
my
course.
generation.
Yes.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
And I think about it, and to come to think about it, like I was listening to my parents' music when I was a kid, so it kind of makes sense because you guys are about my kids' age. The on your playlist, what's your genre?
Definitely classic rock. My mom tells me I was born in the wrong generation all the time.
That's awesome.
I've got all the Aerosmith on there you could ever ask for. So.
My mom's favorite band is Aerosmith.
Yep.
So classic rock. What's your favorite song?
Last Child by Aerosmith is my favorite song.
Huh.
Yeah.
You and my mom would get along. My mom's met Steve Perry, met Steven Tyler, or Joe Perry, Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler.
Yeah, she has pictures with him. She has one of his guitars.
Really?
Oh yeah, Joe Perry's guitar. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my parents are big into concerts, and Aerosmith is my mom. That's her go-to. What about if you had to leave something for the kids that are coming up, the underclassmen, like a piece of advice? What are you telling them?
My go-to saying is, if you're not working hard, there's someone else out there who is. So if you're not putting in the work, you're not going to the weight room, there's some other girl on some other team that is, and it's going to come after you someday. Like, that team is going to meet you.
And I don't think that even, like, kids don't understand that even at the high school level, coaches, people like me, I can sit there and tell you what kids work outside of practice all day long. And people don't, like, young people don't realize that per se. So that's a great piece of advice. It's like, hey man, it's not just about practice and games. It's about all the time.
Everything.
Yeah. Eastern Oregon, she's LHS senior softball player Marti Anderson. Dodsey. Marti, thank you.
Thank you.
LHS senior, she's a 3-sport athlete. Paige Allen. Paige, how are you?
I'm very good today.
Let's start off with softball because we're right in the heat of a really big season. Your senior season, you guys are 23-0. What do you think about it so far?
I think that it's more than I could have asked for because I took a break last year and then I came back this year, and I honestly just wanted to be part of a team who was working really hard, and I don't think I could have imagined that working hard would have led us to be 23-0, and I just think it's super cool and awesome.
It is. So you took a break last year. Was that the only year you took a break, junior year?
Yes, it
Why?
is. Because I was focusing a lot on wrestling, and I couldn't keep up with my busy wrestling schedule and softball, so I leaned towards a sport that would let me be gone as much as I wanted to be.
Yeah, because wrestling, like freestyle and everything, falls into softball, right?
Yep.
Yeah. What's your favorite sport?
Wrestling, definitely.
It is? Mm-hmm. It is. And that's getting more and more commonplace with young ladies, as wrestling is becoming a more popular sport. It's crazy. It not just in LeGrand, it's all over the country.
Yep.
What got you into wrestling?
My brother and my dad. My brother started a year before I did, and I'd always just go and sit and watch his practices, and I just thought it was so cool, and I was like, just really wanted to be in there. And so I asked my dad, and he signed me up the next year, and I couldn't be more grateful.
He just said, all right.
Yeah.
At the time, what year was that? How long ago was that? About 5 years ago?
This would be going on my 9th year. I think I
Not
started
9 years ago?
Yeah, I think I started around 5th grade.
So you were wrestling boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't start wrestling girls until my freshman year of high school.
Oh, wow. See, that's always been like a touchy point for me because I don't think girls should be wrestling boys. But that's my own opinion. And I chose to quit wrestling at LeGrand because they put me up against a girl and I just wouldn't do it. And that's why I'm so grateful that wrestling has moved in such great ways for women that now there's enough that you really don't even have to wrestle a boy ever.
No, it's like outstanding how many just all girls things they are. I feel so lucky to be like a part in the middle of all of that change.
I love it. I think it's awesome. So obviously you're going to go to EOU next year to wrestle. Are you excited about that?
I'm really excited, yes.
What made you choose EOU?
I've always just been like around those like girls and that coach, and I like really love the team atmosphere. And they're a high competitive team. Like I like what they do all year, and I like their style. And I just think it's going to be a really good fit for what I do. I think our high school program does a pretty good job of feeding into like the values of the college, and so I think that it's going to be a good place for me.
It is the one sport where I'll tell you this right now. It almost mirrors each other. So for LeGrand wrestling and EOU wrestling, they're so closely entwined that they almost, I mean, it's a perfect fit for a LeGrand wrestler to go to EOU. And it's the only sport that's like that, because every other program, sports-wise, is different. You know what I mean? But wrestling, they've decided to keep it kind of, all the same across the board, like all the way from Mat Club all the way up to EOU, and I like that. It keeps good kids home. What about this? Let's go back to softball real fast. This softball team this year, you're senior, so I mean there's 3 of you, and all 3 of you. Does it feel weird because you're the only one that's not playing softball at the next level? Because there's 4 seniors. I'm sorry, but one plays JV. Does that ever make you feel weird, or are you just like you're cool with it?
I mean, like, it is a little different because they're going to go on to play the sport. So I just try my hardest to, like, make sure I put in my 100% effort so, like, they can get the reward from it, because I know that they're going to do this in the future.
Yeah.
But they've done a really good job of making it feel like I belong here with them, which is really cool.
Yeah. Well, you hit in a really good spot in the lineup because they can't really, like, if they pitch around Marti or Carlee, then you're right there to hit a bomb or whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah.
You play in the outfield, right?
Yep.
You
left
like
field.
playing outfield?
I love outfield. Honestly, like, if you were to ask me to choose a position, I'd pick outfield.
So, did you move to the outfield this year?
No, I've played outfield probably since my 7th grade year because I was on a couple travel ball teams.
Okay.
But I've always been outfield.
And you like it out there? You don't ever feel like you don't get enough action?
No, I just think it's so fun to be able to watch the game from out there and know where the next play is and to anticipate. And then when that fly ball does come at you, you're just always ready for it.
Yeah, that's true. This softball team this year, what's your guys' goal?
Our goal is to definitely take it one game at a time, but obviously we really want to make it to the end goal, which is the state championship game. And I think that is not just the seniors' goal, but everyone's goal. And you can tell because we've all been working really hard at it. You can just tell that everyone's in it, and they're in it for that reason.
I want you guys to win the state championship,
That too.
not just go to. I think it would be great redemption especially for the girls, the soccer girls, that made it to the state championship and didn't get that, that final piece. Well, you can get that final piece this year,
Yes.
and it's within grasp for sure. Pineapple on pizza.
I like it if I can take it off because I like just a little bit of taste of it left on the pizza.
Oh, okay. So you don't want to chew you don't want the texture of it, but you want the flavor of it. What's your favorite kind of pizza?
Probably meat lovers.
Yeah, that's not a bad pizza. What about food-wise? If you could go to any restaurant or mom or dad cook something, don't tell me dehydrated something.
No.
Dad, I don't want to eat dehydrated food today.
No, exactly. I think Alfredo anywhere is really good. We make some pretty good at home, but if I go to a restaurant, I probably will always order chicken Alfredo.
You're a wrestler though, so you have to watch your weight.
Yeah,
right?
if I have to watch my weight, my go-to is just chicken and rice or chicken and salad.
Yeah.
Chicken's pretty good.
Is that hard? Does that suck?
It really does suck.
Because
yeah.
what do you wrestle? 135?
I used to. This year I'm 145.
145. So you have to stay within 5 pounds, 7 pounds of that throughout the week to cut on whatever, the Friday before, if you're wrestling Saturday or whatever. So you have to be very conscientious of what you're putting in your body.
Yeah, definitely.
It gets even harder at the next level.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
And no, it really does. I have a son that wrestles at the college level, and that would be really hard for me. It teaches you a lot of discipline.
It does, definitely.
If you had your phone, do you have it?
I don't have it on me.
Okay,
no.
what's the last song you listened to? on your playlist, you think?
I think on the way here, I listened to Sugar by Maroon 5.
Okay. Okay. What about your walk-up song? What's your walk-up song?
My walk-up song is The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani.
Oh, if I could escape. I knew that. I know all of them. I just don't know the names of them. You know what I mean? Like, I know every EOU girl's walk-up song just from hearing it so many times.
Yep.
Why'd you pick that song?
I just think that the first part has a pretty good beat to it, and it kind of gets the crowd involved because they like singing with it, and so it
Because
just,
everybody knows it.
yeah, it just gets me like loose before, so I'm not all like tense in the box.
That's another song from my
Yeah.
high school. You know, your dad sang. Your dad's a year older than me, I think. I want to say. If you had to choose one or the other, the beach or the mountains,
The mountains.
why?
I think there's just so much to do in the mountains. You can like fish, hike, hunt, camp. There's just like a lot of like versatility, and it's like where we live. So like, I grew up, and it's like kind of like home.
Yeah, I would go beach
Yeah.
myself. I mean, I love the mountains. Don't get me wrong. I grew up here, but like it's really hard to beat a nice tropical beach with warm water. Not the Oregon coast. The Oregon coast is beautiful. Don't get me wrong there either. But like nice warm water and sand is like just I don't know. I guess it's probably like the Californian in me, like because I didn't move here until I was 12.
Yeah, I've only been to the Oregon coast, so.
Oh, you've never been to a tropical beach? Oh, once you get to a tropical beach, I think your mind might kind of
Might
change
change,
a
yeah.
little bit. Yeah, because it's there's just something special about it. Prison for 5 years or a coma for 10?
Probably prison for 5.
Yeah?
I feel like I could
I
find a way
think
to
you
keep,
could get through that.
yeah, I'd find a way to keep my mind occupied, get like nice and jacked or something like that.
Yeah, you can get degrees in prison.
Yeah,
now.
there's
Like,
a lot
you
of
could-
options nowadays.
Yeah. What about a hero? Who's your hero?
If I would have to go, I would have to pick a wrestling girl, and I'd have to pick Amit Allure. She's the youngest person in the U.S. to win a gold at the Olympics, and I just think that she's someone that I aspire to be like. We have the same kind of wrestling style, and she just is someone I look up to.
You know who I think are pretty cool wrestling girls?
Who?
Those 3 sisters at Grandview.
Yeah?
You know who I'm talking about?
I don't think I know.
I think 2 of them, they wrestle like back-to-back weights. So like from like 125, is 125 a weight right around there? 125, 130, 135?
Around there, yeah.
And 2 of them were national champs. 1 got second.
That's actually cool.
NAI at Grandview.
Yeah.
Yeah. All 3 sisters. Yeah, that's like, how does that happen?
That's
like,
impressive.
It
That is.
really is. Like, because, I mean, even if you have a sibling that's a really good athlete, it's very rare that you're the best 3 times in your family, all at the same time. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's fair.
What about superpower? If you could have a superpower, what superpower would you want?
Maybe super speed.
Like you want to fly, like not literally fly, but fly.
Yeah, you could get
speed-wise?
places real quick. Like I could get to school really fast, and then I have to wake up early. I could go and probably travel
Like the
easier.
Flash,
Yeah.
basically.
Yep.
Huh. What about a superhero?
Like if I could be any superhero.
Yeah. Who's your superhero?
I don't know. Guess I don't know that many.
Well, you got like Spider-Man, you got Iron Man,
Yeah.
you got, He-Man, Superman, Silver Surfer. There's lots of them.
Yeah, maybe Spider-Man, just because I don't know, does good for the community and stuff like that, and like lots of people like him, and it's just like someone that you could look up to, I guess.
He's like your generation superhero.
He
like
is.
because of the movies and just kind of I think I'm gonna go. I would say for me probably Superman.
That's a good one.
I mean, just because that's more like it would either have to be Batman or Superman. What about? And I'm gonna ask you a couple more questions, and then I'm gonna get you out of here. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I love my cats. I'm a cat
You
person.
kind of remind me of a cat person.
Yeah.
Not like the crazy cat lady, but you kind of. If I had to guess, I would have said a cat person. You have cats at home?
Yeah, I have 2.
2 of them? Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good to get you prepared to, by taking care of something for,
Yeah.
whatever happens in life. If there's one thing you could leave for the younger girls, like One piece of advice, what would it be?
To just work hard and someone will notice. Like, work hard at home and it will pay off. Like, not everyone's working hard, so those coaches, they're going to know when you are. They're going to, if you feel like you're not going to get enough playing time, you just go work harder and it will be rewarded eventually.
And that's very true. Eastern Oregon, she's LHS senior Paige Allen. I'm Doddsy. Paige, thank you.
Thank you.